Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Ukraine's military says that Russia launched a massive overnight assault, firing 104 drones and 2 ballistic missiles at targets across the country. Ukrainian air defenses shot down 57 drones, while 42 others likely failed to reach their targets due to electric warfare measures, according to the officials. Now, the attacks caused casualties and destruction in multiple areas. In the Sumy region, a Russian drone strike killed 1 person and wounded 2 others. Farther south in Kherson, at least 4 people were wounded following another Russian strike, according to local authorities. Meanwhile, Ukraine launched its own drone attack on Russia's Krasnodar region. Local officials reported that drone debris fell onto an oil depot, igniting a fire. The regional task force later confirmed that the blaze had been extinguished, with no casualty reported. Now, on the battlefield, Ukrainian intelligence says that about 8,000 North Korean troops are still fighting alongside Russian forces in Russia's Kursk region. However, their visibility has decreased due to significant losses, according to Kirill Budanov, head of Ukraine's defense intelligence. Now, further east, the Pokrovsk front remains one of the most intense battle zones. Almost half of all combat clashes are happening in this strategic vital area, where Ukrainian forces are attempting to slow Russia's advance. Russian troops are pushing forward Pokrovsk, a critical supply hub located at the intersection of key highways and rail lines in eastern Donetsk. Now, Ukrainian forces are reportedly losing ground, raising concerns that Russian troops could move deeper into the Dnipro region. Meanwhile, Russian troops are escalating their offensive near Andriivka, aiming to breach Ukrainian defenses and force a withdrawal from Kharkov bridgehead, according to Ukrainian military experts. Now, in Andriivka areas, Russian forces are deploying waves of infantry into minefields and prepared trenches, with orders to advance at all costs. Capturing Andriivka holds significant strategic importance for Russian forces, though multiple defensive lines extend further towards Constantinople. The destruction of the Kharkov reservoir dam has slowed the Russian advance from the north, aiding in securing the remaining Ukrainian positions in the Kharkov bridgehead. Now, in this opening clip, see Ukrainian forces from the 60th Mechanized Brigade carry out a clearing operation in the village of the Liman region. During the assault, they capture a group of Russian soldiers, eliminating further resistance in the area. The video captured the precision and discipline of Ukrainian troops as they push forward, ensuring that no enemy forces remain behind their lines. The Liman area remains one of the most contested areas on the Eastern Front. Russian troops continue to launch attacks, but their advances are increasingly met with well-coordinated Ukrainian counter-pushes. Reports indicate growing disarray among Russian units, with intercepted communications revealing shortages of supplies and mounting losses. Despite repeated assaults, Ukrainian defenders hold firm, gradually reclaiming lost ground.
Вам еще повезло, сука, блядь. Я уже хотел бы гранату бросить, блядь.
4-й, выйди чуть-чуть сюда. Так, чтоб я его видел. Все, вот так и стой, хорошо.
Сюда. Ты выходит. Следующий. Давай сюда.
Выходи, выходи,
Давай.
выходи. Как тебя зовут? Да.
Быстро, быстро, ко мне подходи. Подходи. Да.
Выйди чуть-чуть сюда.
Сейчас, секунду.
Хорошо, стой так, хорошо.
Шапку дам сейчас. Шапку на руки. Вот так вот вперед. Стой. Давай, все будет нормально. Да. Все будет нормально, будете жить, все хорошо. Блять.
Оружие-то нет. Оружие нет.
Кто-то еще есть?
Там больше никого нет.
Здесь, по улице.
По улице? Не знаю, мне сами 20 дней никого найти не нужно.
Сколько? 20 дней?
20
Вам
дней.
еще повезло, потому что парни с пехоты,
Из рука?
Вот этот дрон такой.
парни с пехоты видят, что там идут и убивают. Мы хотя просто хотим поменять
На наших.
нас на нас.
У вас, наверное, адекватные начальники, да?
Нас
Все адекватно, все будет хорошо.
In the Kharkiv region, Ukrainian forces have been observing an increase in enemy assaults relying solely on infantry units. But thanks to the efforts of the 8th Special Operations Forces Regiment, these pushes have been effectively neutralized. A recent video showcases the regiment's bravery as they evacuate a wounded comrade under heavy artillery fire in Vovchansk near Kharkiv. Now, this footage underscores their unwavering commitment to their mission and their comrades. The 8th Regiment is part of Ukraine's Special Operations Forces, which were established as a separate branch of Kyiv's military on January 5th of 2016. The regiment has been actively involved in various operations, including the defense of the Kharkiv region. Their actions have been instrumental in countering enemy advances and maintaining security in the area. Notably, the regiment's motto, "I come at you," reflects their proactive and courageous approach in confronting adversaries. This motto is derived from the historic phrase used by Sviatoslav the Brave, a prominent figure in Ukrainian history. In recent operations, the 8th Regiment has effectively utilized their specialized training and tactics to disrupt enemy movement and prevent further incursions into Ukrainian territory. Their success in these missions highlights a critical role of Special Operations Forces in modern warfare. In this gripping footage from the Crimea forest in the Luhansk region, an intense battle unfolds as Ukrainian forces engage Russian positions, providing covering fire and evacuating wounded comrades under relentless enemy pressure. The 2nd International Legions bring together volunteers from a number of nations, including Ukrainians, Belarusians, Georgians, and others, all committed to resisting Russian aggression. Their motto, Viribus Unitis, or With United Forces, reflects their collective resolve.
6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
In the evolving landscape of drone warfare, both Russian and Ukrainian forces have adopted fiber-optic-controlled FPV drones to overcome traditional electronic countermeasures. These UAVs, connected to their operators via fiber optic cables, are immune to jamming and offer precise control even in complex terrain. However, the use of tethered drones presents challenges, such as the risk of the cable becoming entangled with obstacles like trees and bushes, potentially compromising the mission. Now, this footage highlights an incident where a Russian FPV drone's fiber optic guidance system suffered just that sort of snag, underscoring the practical issues with deploying such technology in difficult environments. As drone warfare continues to advance, both sides are now innovating to enhance the effectiveness and reliability of these systems on the battlefield. And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.